outside, it's fine, you go wherever. But if you get like 50, 60 degrees outside now, you can't like crazy.
Well, you got to take dog.
Yeah,
He's not.
we're working on it.
Yeah. Like Chuck, maybe one less.
Yeah. Actually, let's go back. Before it's right.
Hey, you're warmed up a little bit.
Can you do jiu-jitsu without touching my legs?
I hope you guys are enjoying the nice weather. Nick is a little sunburned, just a little bit. We're doing all leg lock escapes, so we got to hold on to that leg tight.
Are you really?
No, I have no idea. Oh man, you're gonna need something with aloe in it.
I was gonna start requesting it. Oh, that might be weird.
Yeah.
Just lather up before we start.
I'm pretty sure I wrestled a kid that had some sort of move on him. I'm pretty sure.
Which kid?
No, wrestled, like back in the
wrestle. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who the hell appears?
No,
I thought you were talking about
this kid was not good whatsoever. And I went to double overtime with him because I couldn't even like hold on to his wrist.
Have you ever come across something like that? Like somebody at a tournament trying to do like.
Yeah, we
I'm
saw
confident.
Yeah. That's happened before.
Yeah.
What people do fairly regularly for like no-gi tournaments is they'll just lotion up like crazy the night before. Just lotion, just like literally 6 hours the night before. Just lotion. Let it
That would be
soak in.
dry, so like,
Lotion.
I feel like if I were doing that,
You wouldn't have a grip.
Yeah.
But I don't know. People do that.
I feel like they're gonna leave like some serious solutions.
Yeah.
A little too woods.
Yeah.
You got staff now. You got too much.
I had a troubling time when I got home. Really rationalized that took place. I had to tell myself over and again that it wasn't my fault.
Talk about your waters.
I smell them all.
Something I could have talked about. Doesn't change who I am. It just, I'm still special.
This is going to be troublesome when we get back to consistently rolling,
Yeah.
because I'm just probably going to be doing this. And then
Just let it happen.
Just letting people tap you over and over again. What's up, guys? Everybody tuning in. Leave a comment. Let us know what you want to see today. Say hi so we know who's watching. What's up, Michael?
I gotta start.
Kevin's going to chime in a second here, I bet. Yeah, the cartwheel pass.
Yeah, style.
I need more flying submissions.
More flying submissions? Yeah, we could actually do that.
All right.
Usually the way to do a real
We
flying.
can do that today.
Yeah, actually.
It's just like flying submissions.
Yeah, we'll do flying submissions.
Good. Cool.
Hey, keeping up with the. Ah, there's Kevin. Took a walk and cleaned my car off. Very nice, man. Very nice. Hope you guys are enjoying the weather. Nick is suntanned like a burnt piece of toast over there.
What submission will be most effective? Lots of people in sunburn.
Shin scraper. Yeah, just knock him down the chin. That's all that's gonna make him tap. Oh man, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are enjoying the weather a little bit now that it's warming up. Staying safe still.
Yeah, I didn't lotion up all night, so easy.
We're gonna do some flying submissions today. So we're gonna do a flying armbar and a flying triangle. Hope you guys have some fun with it.
Don't worry about
Probably don't try this at home with a family member who doesn't train. Yeah.
It's all mental.
But if there's anything you guys actually want to see, put it in the comments. We'll cover it. We'll get started in a couple minutes here.
Like how to do something specifically start out.
I like that because I know you're about to go on.
Sure you.
Yes. It's there.
What's up, Jorge? How's it going, man? Hope you and the family are doing well.
Definitely checking how high you're
Leave a comment. Let us know what you guys want to see.
super dehydrated, super busy.
What techniques you want to cover today?
It makes me hesitant to want to interact. I feel like it's just cruel.
This one's not as bad. I don't know what the heck happened. It's like this leg is like missing like a little bit.
Did you have your legs crossed? Because look, they're like, What's up, John? Hope you and the family are well. Crazy without them back. Hope you guys are all healthy. Leave a comment. Let us know what you guys want to see technique-wise for today. We're going to cover some flying submissions to start out. But if you guys want to see any real jiu-jitsu, let us know. Entries into knee bar. Okay, we can do some knee bar entries. That's cool. Or wrestling techniques. So we'll do some flying techniques, a flying arm bar and a flying triangle. And we'll do some knee bar entries. That works for me. We'll get started in...
And if you need a fresh haircut, hit up your boy Mitch over at Pontiac. He'll clean you up.
That's illegal.
He'll do it at a distance. He's got 6 foot.
Yeah,
He did. He had a pole.
He had a pole and scissors.
Took 3 hours. Bro.
I told him.
Knee bar. Jorge says you're not as ugly now.
Thanks.
Suntan's pretty gnarly though.
It'll get tan though.
Oh
Beautiful.
boy.
Good
Yeah.
stuff.
I like how you had that streak right across your leg here.
It is definitely that.
Leg crossing over. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's get started with a couple of flying techniques. Really, there's a flying armbar and a flying triangle. These are obviously high risk, but high reward. You can end a match like that. When it comes to these techniques, I see people going for them all the time and just kind of leaping at their partner and hoping for the best. And, one guy actually broke his neck and was paralyzed. I see that video about 6 to 8 months ago.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
he went for a flying arm bar, just like literally didn't have any grips or anything, just ran at the guy, jumped and fell right on his neck. And it was rough. So we're going to show you guys the safe way to do that.
Very high risk.
Yes.
Very high reward.
Very, very high risk, high reward. But the safest way to go about doing this, you need to have a grip on your partner and look for the right opportunity. Okay, so let's start out with the flying triangle. Okay, flying triangle. Go ahead. We're looking for an overhook, a really, really deep overhook on our partner.
I gotta go high for you. You want to be flying stuff.
Yeah, so Connor's going to get a really deep overhook on his partner here. And on the other side, he's looking for wrist control right there. So now he's able to maneuver around his partner. Yep. And notice, because of this overhook, he's keeping his weight above his partner's weight. Okay? So now what he's looking for is the opportunity for to get this leg over this shoulder. Okay? So when he jumps, he's going to do so in a way that this leg goes over the arm and up over the shoulder, and this leg comes up onto Nick's back. Okay? So you're moving your partner around.
How much do you trust me?
I trust myself. That's all.
Yep. And now, when you feel your partner starting to stand up a little bit, that's the right time to jump because they're lifting. You don't want to jump when their weight is going down, when they're starting to bend over. So one thing that you can do is put pressure on this overhook down, and when you feel your partner starting to stand up with that, that's the time to jump, is right at the beginning of his motion to stand up. Okay. Don't wait for him to stand all the way up. Right, not even halfway. As soon as you feel that upward pressure, that's when you jump.
I'm looking across my legs.
Yep, behind his back. Yes, right there. That's literally it. Let's do that again. Let's do that again. Devin says, good news. He was paralyzed, but will make a full recovery. Okay, that is some good news. Yes, it was that dude from Russia. Oh, that was such a gross video. He started like screaming in the middle of it.
Oh,
Yeah, it was really
so
bad.
it wasn't even
It was really bad. Yeah. Yeah. So what you don't want to do is this. So if I'm going to do a flying triangle on Nick, no, back up. What I don't want to do is just this. Literally just jump at my partner. Okay? Which is what you see a lot of people do. Or they'll just grab a wrist and then jump at them. So Connor, looking for that overhook, looking for that wrist control, pushing and pulling, moving his partner around. As soon as he feels that pressure to stand up, he starts squaring up to his partner. Yes. Right there. Let's reset again. Another important factor here is that you don't want their weight to come over the top of you, okay? Because that's when you land on your neck, all right? So when Connor jumps, go ahead. Notice when he goes, he keeps Nick's head in front of him. If Nick's head starts coming this way, that's when he lands on his neck, all right? So the other thing that's going to help you maintain that distance properly is that overhook. That's going to stop them from coming over the top of you. Okay? So let's see one, a little more regular speed. Move around, circle, square up a little bit, and yes. Beautiful. That is the proper way to set up and land a flying triangle. Let's see it, Nick.
Double leg.
Overhook, wrist control, circling, pushing and pulling, up and down, drop that shoulder. When you feel him starting to stand up, that's when you square up to him and jump.
And this one's going over.
Yep, that one's going over the top. Kind of put that arm behind your back. Yeah, there we go.
It feels like I'm going with somebody now.
There you go, Connor. Yes. Could have been a little more graceful. But that's the general. Yeah. So it's usually not recommended to go for the flying triangle or armbar or anything like that unless you are down on points and there's only a little bit of time left and there's the only thing you have left to go for. All right, let's see it again, Nick. There. Yes. you gotta go for it. But yes, that was it.
I feel like I have to get this leg over to like catch myself so I can bring this up.
Yes, that's true. That's true. All right. So next, the flying armbar. What you usually see is like even from like the collar side, collar side here. I'll hold you up so you can do it. So yeah, Nick is going to go for this arm here that's extended. Is this the one you want to do, or you want to do this one? Okay, cool. What you see people do is literally jump up and go into an arm bar. You're going, yep, and put that over. That is okay with a gi because you can grab onto the collar and you can grab onto the sleeve. But no gi, 99 times out of 100, you're not going to be deep enough on the elbow. Okay, that's going to be your major problem. So you can go for it, and they're going to end up slipping their arm out. That is usually the case. So instead of going into because that was like the guard motion, turning the hips, leg comes over the face, you got the arm. Instead of that, we're going to look at it a different way, which again starts with the overhook. Okay, so let's get in position. Connor is the dummy. So Nick is going to overhook. Connor put the arm behind his back. Yes. So now what we're looking for is very similar to the what's it called? Not the triangle. The what am I thinking of? What's it called? But anyway, No, not quite. No, you want to think more swim move than flying armbar. Okay? Because now what Nick is going to do is basically he's straddling Connor's leg. Okay, so get a little bit more back here. Yes. So I want you like literally facing sideways like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, facing him sideways like that. Okay, because think about it, you got to wrap him up in a guard in order for this to work. So you need one leg going behind his back, one leg going in front of his body. So you have this more sideways angle to it. Okay? So we're not really attacking this arm. We can have it. We can have the wrist control. We can have a collar tie here. We can have whatever control we're comfortable with at the time. Okay? But now what Nick is going to do is the baby step before the actual armbar is to jump onto his partner here and just have his partner hold him up. So just pretend like you're a monkey jumping onto a tree. Yes, and then reset. And then jump on him again. And reset. Yep. And Connor's job is to stay stable and not let his knee turn in like that. Okay? Nick's going to jump onto him and he's just going to do a little shock absorber. Okay? So here, he jumps up, reset. He jumps up, reset. Good. Okay. So the next step is to do the jump. And then Nick is going to take this free hand and he's going to try to scoop it behind Connor's knee. Okay? So Connor is going to end up coming over with this. So get ready. You're going to start going this way.
Face.
Okay? Don't face plant. So watch. Nick jumps. Connor does a shock absorber right here. Now he underhooks the leg. Yep. And comes right over the top.
I've seen that shit on YouTube.
Yes. Notice Nick's back never slams onto the floor. That's what we're trying to avoid. Reset.
Don't want to be a
Well, this is still pretty. This is still pretty bad.
But the extra
slam is still pretty wild.
sound effect slam and
Yeah.
growls.
But what happens more often than not is people get the wind knocked out of them going through these flying
I
armors.
was like,
You hear a bit.
Glover and Gio, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you got slammed over.
Yeah, he slammed the hell out.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's look at that again. So step one of the baby steps. We're not going to do the roll through, just jump. So jump, shock absorber, reset. Jump, shock absorber, reset. Next, we're going to jump and attach ourselves to our partner, and then the hand that's in front is going to scoop behind the knee. Jump, shock absorber, scoop behind the knee, and now roll through. Nick is going across the back of his shoulders here. His back never touches the ground, his neck never touches the ground. Okay? And he sits back into the armbar.
Sounds like.
Let's see that again. Now, instead of putting the shin behind the neck, just bring the leg over the face, and you're done. Okay, so over.
In the thing, though, right in the.
Yeah, go right over the face, yes. So, wrist control, overhook, he jumps, shock absorber, underhook the leg. Now this leg comes over Connor's face as he rolls through. Then he switches his grip from the overhook to two hands on the wrist. What do we call this? Burrito grip. Man, it's been too long since I teach classes. Burrito grip, squeeze the knees, finish the armbar. Let's see that from a few different angles.
Could you finish it with silk on it?
Yes, you can. You're actually going to loosen it up so that the elbow pops out, but you're going to get a figure four on the bicep and then finish there. Okay, so let's see this from a few different angles. Overhook, wrist control. Start there. With wrist control, he jumps up on his partner, underhooks the knee, leg comes over the face as he rolls through, and then finish the armbar.
You want me to do the one you were talking about?
Yeah,
Back here.
right there. Perfect. Yeah. So you can finish that way or burrito here. Let's do it again. This is the safest way to do a flying armbar. And you'll notice Nick is not hitting the ground hard at all. And that's not because Connor's setting him down easy or anything. It's because the technique's lined up that way. All right, let's go again. He jumps, underhooks the knee, Leg comes over the face. Right there. This should have more of the feeling of a swim move than a flying armbar. Let's do one with your back facing. So overhook, yep. Kyle's got that overhook tucked behind Nick's back there. Nick is going to jump, underhook the leg, roll through, leg comes over the face. There's the armbar.
So defensively, what am I looking for?
Slam.
This one is hard to slam. This one is really hard to slam. If Nick does that normal flying armbar on you where he just grabs collar tie and jumps, yeah, here you can slam the heck out of somebody. You can really do some damage.
But if they
MMA-wise.
But if they really got that overhook, then
This overhook one,
that's
you're coming at them from the side.
Okay.
So it's hard to slam your way out of this one. Okay? Because it feels like they're jumping guard at first. Yeah, well,
then I guess what
fall back here and fall guard. Yes. So you need to hit that limp arm. You need to hit that limp arm at just the right time. That's the way I execute it. When he jumps, you turn the limp arm out. That's how you counter it.
I hear you.
But
That's a
timing. Your timing has to be so spot on for this.
Is there like a common scramble that you end up in, like when you fail on this one?
On the armbar or the triangle?
The armbar one. Or is it usually just a shit show?
No, it's not. This one is so controlled because I overhook so deep. It's hard to end up in a scramble.
Up right
If
That's why
anything,
kind of a
yeah. If anything, he might end up face down. You might have a weird grip that you might have to fiddle around with, but that's it. Yeah. See that again one more time, guys?
Any angle you want.
Any angle. Let's just let the people at home see it. So he jumps onto his partner, just like he's flying, jumping guard from the side, then he underhooks the leg. Leg comes over the face during the roll through, and it's a very soft landing.
Like, I can see it there, like, loose with that arm, that's gonna lock up, like, mid-throw.
Yeah.
Like, some of the last two, I was tucking the arm, Zig, sorry to feel.
That's why I told you, reach behind his back.
Yeah,
tight.
That's why I said, listen.
No weak underhooks in here. And then the flying triangle. The flying triangle, like I said, it's about timing. Unless you're comfortable just landing on your back like that a bunch, which
Let's say
takes its toll.
Let's say they're looking to slam you when you do that. Is there
Flying
like
triangle?
a bailout point, or is there something you should be
No,
doing?
that's fully committed.
Okay.
The flying triangle, you're fully committed. You have to get over the shoulder.
Okay.
There is no kind of halfway feeling out the waters for it.
Yeah. So they're gonna slam you, like they're just gonna whisper in their neck, and you're just gonna kind of eat it.
Pretty much. Pretty much, yeah. But the same thing with the flying triangle. That's why you're trying to come at them from the side more,
Okay. So
as opposed to straight in front of them. Exactly. And the worst thing you can do is go for either one of these without any type of grip. That's the mistake that people make. You know, those grab the wrist or the elbow or a collar tie and hope for the best. You know, that overhook is keeping you from pulling out, and it's also forcing your partner to carry your weight a little bit more before the leap even happens.
and you're probably broken down.
Exactly,
You're not
exactly.
able to pressure.
So when it comes to the flying triangle, you want to be pressuring that shoulder, using that whizzer pressure to get the weight down, get the shoulder down, and you're looking for that ability. Can I get him low enough to jump to this? Okay, I got him low enough. Now we just got to time it right.
Okay.
So that's what it's about. I don't think I have enough vertical for flying triangle anytime soon. Yeah, you know, that just means you gotta whizzer your partner down more.
The flying armbar from like the seated guard, like two somebody that's like seated. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, against the guy that's out here, and he's like posting out on you. Yeah, that's
Legit or not?
legit.
Yeah.
Absolutely legit. The best time for this is right after the back sweep. Okay, so you can. What Nick is asking about is go ahead and stand up. Is going for an armbar on somebody here. Let's say Connor's just reaching his arm out like that. Yeah. The best way I've seen this set up is to take this foot and step on the inside of his thigh. Okay. Yeah, step on the inside of his thigh. As the right hand finds his wrist. Yep, his right hand, your right hand, finds the wrist and you pull it to the opposite shoulder. And then swing the leg over the top. Yes. So that's what Nick was just asking about. Let's look at a much smoother way of setting this up. So let's say Nick is in full guard on his back and Connor standing. Full guard. And then Connor stands up. Cool. All right, so we all know the back sweep from here. Let's say Nick gets both ankles, monkey hooks behind them, drops his hips, feet go to the hips, right here. Okay, so now let's say Nick goes for the sweep, knocks Connor back. Good. And instead of pummeling the feet inside, Nick's trying to get up to mount. Okay, right there. And then Connor reaches up to stuff the arm. That is when you're going to see the timing for that type of technique. Okay, so let's say that Connor does a break follow and just sits right back up to push your chest. Let's look at that time. Back up a little bit, guys. Back up, back up, back up. Full guard, then stand up. Good. Sweep. Now right here, you're getting out right away. Connor starts pushing. Yes. And you can go belly down or to your back, depending on how far his shoulders are turned.
Gotcha.
If you go belly down, hook the foot behind his neck.
And then go.
Yep. If you go face up, leg comes over the face.
What if no entry point? This is like match 3, Naga, shirts are off. Or just look at
Shirts are off.
Look at his
Match 3. This is a deep division.
It's a decent.
So what?
And then arms just out there, you just want.
Yeah.
So just
Go
go
step on the inside of the thigh
step.
and jump into it.
You go
Yeah.
wrist first or step first?
About the same time. Yeah. Boom, boom.
What's the etiquette of being really? What's the etiquette of being like? Asking a couple of questions, like kind of being like being really aggressive with this. Could you like go?
Is this Naga?
Yes. This is
I
not
mean,
a shirts off, so it's like carte
They're
blanche.
not going to call anything.
They're not clutch, so
They're
we're
not
pretty
going to
much
call
just
you.
swing.
You can literally kick them in the head.
That's what I mean. So you could just drive that knee and finish. You know, not
Don't kick your opponent in the head.
But I'm gonna try it and see if it works.
But for the people,
Like now?
Yes.
Yeah, let's say he didn't go for that and just went knee to face here.
Yeah.
And just drove. Like,
Yeah.
totally.
I've seen that happen plenty of times. Cool. Yeah.
I mean, if you can do the reverse point, you should be able to.
I everyone you heard it, and they told me I could do it.
So that's the scenario where I see that happening the most, and with high percentage of finishes.
I'm gonna see my Canada do go for that stuff.
Yeah, especially the belly down.
Yeah.
If you go here and you turn him downwards with it, ooh, that one's nasty. You just put the shin behind the side. Let's see that one once. Let's see that one once, guys. So Nick is in full guard. He hits the back sweep, and Connor, out of the sweep, sits up and starts posting on Nick. He's going up to mount. Connor posts, shin on the back of the neck, right there. Finish. Okay, so that was a basic introduction to flying techniques, flying triangle, flying armbar, and best way to set it up. Again, if you are going to go for it, make sure that you're making a proper grip. Okay, that grip, that overhook is going to save your life. Okay, if you watch that video with the Russian guy who snaps his neck, he didn't have any. He literally just leaped at his opponent, and again, the noise was really gross. Okay, so let's get right into some knee bar entries. Knee bars are a very overlooked part of the leg lock game. Everybody's worried about ankle locks and heel hooks, but knee bars are just as dangerous. Okay. The nice thing about a knee bar too is that anytime you have the knee bar position, you're a 90-degree twist from 411. So even if the leg lock, even if the knee bar fails, all you gotta do is rotate, and you're right there in 411. If you rotate the other direction, you're an outside ashi. So you always have follow-ups. I see people going for knee bars. If the knee bar fails, they're just holding on. Instead of trying to transition out, they end up getting stuck and smashed. Okay? Just like any other submission. If it fails, move on to the next one. Okay? Don't hold on too long and get destroyed. So let's look at a couple of very easy knee bar entries, then we'll do a couple more advanced ones. All right, so Connor's sitting in guard. Nick is standing. He's going to step 1 foot in between, right here, deep, as deep as you can get. Okay? Yeah, without touching. So what Nick is going to do now is take a big back step and sit straight down onto Connor's hip, right there. Okay. Now from this position, he picks up the knee to his chest, crosses his ankles, and falls to his outside shoulder, right there. Now this is a tight knee bar. Let's rotate so the camera can see really quick. There are two types of knee bars. Number one is the tight knee bar where you your hips are touching his hip. So get a little tighter, Nick. This one ends up in a tight knee bar because you sat on his hip before you actually went for the knee bar itself.
If somebody's long, like this guy,
Yeah.
is it too, like, is there a point of being too far off the leg? Like, do I want
A little bit,
Yeah.
yeah. It's not as much as you think, though. Okay. So in the tight knee bar, you want to take his shin and put it right on your center line. His shin and his knee. Once that's on the center line, two hands are going to cup over each other and put the heel underneath your head. All right. Your legs are going to ankle cross and then curl into his opposite butt cheek. With your legs curling in, now you're going to extend your body into his knee. There's the tap. Okay. Now, as a little extra bonus, after you reach full extension, he's still not tapping, you can start pulling that heel towards the ceiling just a tad. Right there. Nick is exaggerating it a little bit. So extend first for the knee bar. Once you can't go any further, and let's say Connor's not going to break, he just starts peeling that heel towards the ceiling.
Next to it now. Shirts are off.
Yeah, shirts are off. There's the tap. Don't do that too soon. If you start twisting it too soon, you're not going to get full extension on the knee, and the knee bar is not going to happen. All right, you might get some weird tap where it's kind of a heel hook, kind of a knee bar, but we're looking for the most consistent, most powerful tap that's going to lead to a break. All right, so let's see that entry again. He steps in between. Let's kind of face the camera directly. Right there. Nick steps right in between, back step, and sit right on the knee. He's reaching underneath and getting a tight clinch to the knee, pinning it to his chest, and then falls to the outside. Right there. And finish. Yes. All right. Reset. So that's pretty much the most basic entry. Michael said, does Connor have any sort of counter ankle smash or toe hold if Nick doesn't have a good hold? On the knee bar? Are you asking about the knee bar? Right, yes or no in the comments, Michael.
Thank you for being so concerned. We don't have ankles or something.
Huh?
by talking if we don't cross our
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll wait for Michael's response and then we'll move on to the next entry. He said yes. So the nice thing about the knee bar is that your feet are pretty well protected. Get back into that position. Kind of get on your side. At your back, your side. Yep. When Nick is in this position, he's crossing his ankles and curling them into the opposite hip. This makes it really difficult for Connor to get any grip. Okay, he might be able to mess around with that, but this whole time you've got to remember Nick is cranking on his leg. The best chance Connor has is to pummel underneath this top leg and pull it up to his chest. Use your grip, or use your foot, pummel underneath it. Yep, dig, and try to get that leg up high. Now he doesn't have a good grip on the knee line, and now you might be able to toe it. Yeah. But from the knee bar position itself, it's not a great place to counter lock. Say if Nick can't get his grip in time. Okay. Yeah. Let's say Nick steps in between, sits on the hip, falls to the side, and let's say he fudges the grip. Okay. Again, there isn't much for Connor here to counter lock without doing some serious pummeling. Most of the time, what you're going to see is Connor's going to take his free leg, step on Nick's butt, and pull his leg out. Yes, that's what you're going to see the majority of the time if people don't have a good grip. As far as counter locking, Connor has to do some leg pummeling in order to get into a position. Exactly. From there, he might be able to do some stuff, but from the actual knee bar position, you're very well protected. Okay. Now let's say that Nick can't get the right angle on the knee bar. He's going to rotate to his right, and he's going to end up directly in 411. Yep. Come back to the knee bar. Kind of turn the other way. Yep, we're in the knee bar. Now let's say Nick rotates in the other direction. He's going to end up in outside ashi. Rear ashi first, then outside ashi. Right here. So he can continue attacking even if he can't get the perfect angle on the knee bar itself. Okay? Let's look at a couple more entries. Let's look at half guard.
Me and Hacker.
Half guard top. Yep. Connor's in half guard bottom. And let's say this is just a traditional jiu-jitsu half guard. So Connor has his leg triangle to the outside. Yeah, right there. Right there. So what Nick is looking to do from his head and arm control is to now frame against the neck. Yes. Now his other hand is going to C-cup Connor's arm. And now he's going to start posturing up from here. Okay? Next, he's going to knee slide across Connor's stomach and turn right to the knee bar. Yep. Knee slide and right to it. Put the leg under your head. Tie clinch the heel and finish. Let's take a look at that again.
Focus on getting your foot completely out. To the
Not even.
No.
Nope.
Keep tucking.
You can actually keep that foot tucked. Kind of like a backwards ashi on the leg.
Okay.
Yeah. If you can get the leg out, get it out. If it's super tight there, it's fine. Just do that. Yep. So here we are. He's in traditional half guard. Nick is going to frame the neck and the bicep. Land a punch or two right in the middle. He's going to posture up to create a little bit of space. And he's going to knee slide right over the top. Turn the corner right to the leg. Now notice, Nick has his foot still in front of Connor's hip. That's perfectly fine here because this is such a tight position. All right. Finish the knee bar. And if you need to, you can wiggle that foot out across the ankles. Yep. And finish. Got it. Reset again. That's another leg lock entry for you, Jorge. So we have standing guard and then half guard. Those are kind of like the basic white belt, easiest knee bar entries you could possibly imagine. Okay. My favorite way to enter into the knee bars is going to be the Russian cowboy. Okay. So let's go side mount.
Side mount.
And then Nick is going to switch to twister side. Yeah. So he's in twister side here. What he's going to do is take his bottom leg. He's going to helicopter it over Connor. Right here. Sit up, collect both legs, pull him up to his chest. Feet wide and in front of you. Even more. There you go. Like in front of you more.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now, as he's pulling back on the knees, he's dropping his butt down. How you doing under there, Connor? Nick doesn't feel so little. So you've got both legs here. What you're going to do is let go of one and step in between. Right there. Follow the outside. There's your finish. Exactly. That's one of my favorite entries to start attacking the knee bar is helicopter into the Russian cowboy. Let's see that again. Start kind of face the camera, side my bottom. Yes, there we go. Okay, twister side.
Sweat all the passive aggressive frustration build up.
Watch his bottom leg. He's going to swing it over the top, sit up, collect the legs, feet wide and in front of you. There we go. Now, as he pulls back, he drops his weight down. This is the Russian cowboy position. It's miserable to be underneath. Now he's going to let go of one leg and step in between. Right there. Fall to the outside. Finish the knee bar. There's the tap. Okay. Toe holds there as well. So is the 411 and the heel hook. So you just keep tapping them for days.
Tap on sunburn, yeah.
Okay, so another knee bar entry that I am somewhat fond of comes from Z-Guard. Jorge just asked a question. Let's see. When you helicopter over to the side, how tucked do you want your knee that's hopping over to avoid being entangled with their legs? I'm actually not tucking the leg. I'm extending it over the top. Okay, so take a look at Nick doing this. The more he bends his leg, the more likely it's going to get caught with something. Okay? Yeah, Connor's going to catch that ankle. Okay? But if he straightens the leg and swings it over, that's when he's going to avoid getting that leg caught with Connor's legs. Okay, so straighten your leg and swing it right over the top. Okay, so one of my favorite knee bar entries is from Z-Guard, and it takes a little bit of momentum to get into. All right, so Nick is in Z-Guard bottom, Connor's on top, and let's have Connor face the camera. Okay, so what Nick is looking to do is to get this top arm, have a tight grip on this wrist. Yes, right there. Okay, so before he even gets here, that's what he's looking to get. This top arm to the wrist, top arm to the wrist. So right before he does that, Connor's leaning in, putting weight on the knee shield. Nick is going to give him a little bump, and he's going to step his foot through the space he just created. Yep, going there with the wrist. Now, he's going to take that wrist and swing it over his head, and this leg is going to follow. Exactly. So your arm swings, and then your leg swings in like a windmilling motion. Okay, reset. This one works great the more they put their weight on it. Okay, so he's got a standard Z-guard frames, one at the neck, one at the wrist or bicep, anywhere along this arm monitor. He's going to give a little bump, step his leg through. As soon as that leg steps through, he switches his grip. Notice Connor's weight comes back on him. Yep, and Connor's going to keep turning, in that direction. Exactly. When you go for this, you get your partner to turn their back towards you a little bit. And that's the entry that we're looking for. Now, this one takes timing, so it's considered a little more advanced. All right, let's look at that. Give it a go, Nick. Give it a go. Connor, just keep your weight on. He bumps. Right there. Yeah. So go back for a second. Swing the arm, and then the leg is going to follow by swinging into his armpit. So bump. Bump, step through. Okay, now swing the arm, and the leg is going to push in his armpit.
Here.
Yes, right there. You see that? See how he turns? That's what we're looking for.
Black belts, man.
You see that again. Now your other hand, the one that was at the wrist, when you switch, this one underhooks the knee. One more time. Z-guard is in.
That's something I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Bump, step through, freeze. Okay. Nick uses his arm to swing that across, and then notice this leg slides up the body and pushes in the armpit. That's what turns Connor's back in that direction. Go ahead, finish. Right there. Perfect knee bar entry. Finish.
That's long legs, kid.
Yeah, it is. One more time, guys. Again, give it a go.
It's the old couch.
Bump, step, swing. Yeah, right there. Excellent. So we've got 4 knee bar entries, 2 beginner, 1 intermediate, 1 advanced. Let's take a look at those one more time and wrap everything up. So the first one is standing in guard, step in between. It's like the 411 entry, but we're getting a slightly different angle. So he steps in between, turns, and sits right on his partner's hip. He's in a Russian cowboy here just for a split second before he falls to the side. There's our entry. Number 2, half guard. Connor, face the camera. Yeah, I want you facing the camera, Connor. Yeah, right there. Entry number 2, we are in traditional half guard, so he's got his legs triangled to the outside. Nick frames against the neck, frames against the arm, creates some space, knee slides across the stomach, turns that corner right into the knee bar. He can keep the foot tapped here on this, trapped on this one. It's totally fine. Finish. Next, twister side. We're going to swing the helicopter leg over to the Russian cowboy, the full Russian cowboy. Right here. Again, swing that leg straight. You're going to avoid your partner's legs. Split them, fall to the side, and finish. Notice that Nick is always falling to the outside shoulder. Okay, when he goes that way, he always has the finish, the twist to 411. If he goes the other way, he's actually going to trap himself up in a very awkward position. So he can fall to that side, but now the switch to 411 isn't there anymore. Okay, let's see how it feels kind of weird?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I've been
All right. Last one, the most advanced entries from the Z-guard bottom. Again, counter face the camera, back it up, guys. Okay, this takes some timing. Bump, step through, grip, and swing over the top. Right there. Excellent. All right, guys. That's it for today's live stream. We've got more content coming this week with your leg lock finishes. This past week, we looked at your arsenal from Ashigarami and topside Ashi. This upcoming week, we're going to look at the Reaper position and rear Ashi. And the following week after that is going to be 411. There's so much stuff from 411, we're going to take a whole week and dedicate it to the arsenal that you have to attack there. So thank you guys for checking in and watching the class. Hope you guys can get outside and enjoy the weather a little bit today safely.
There's sunscreen.
Yes, wear some sunscreen. Don't end up like Nick here. We miss you all very much, and we're looking forward to getting on the mats again soon. We don't know exactly what that's going to look like just yet, but we're working on making sure that we can provide a safe environment where we can do some sort of training and make sure that, like I said, safety comes first. Safety comes first more than anything else. So thank you guys for your continued support. And live stream Wednesday and Saturday at 6 p.m. coming up this week. Thank you guys very much. We'll see you soon.